Governor Romney, this is a question on a serious subject, but it's a very important one. According to the New Jersey Law Journal, Richard Russell of Ocean City, New Jersey, a judge from New Jersey, made the following statement. Your job is not to become concerned about the constitutional rights of the man that you're violating as you grant a restraining order. He said, throw him out on the street, give him the clothes on his back, and tell him to see you around. The woman needs this protection because the statute granted her that protection. They have declared domestic violence to be an evil in our society, so we don't have to worry about the rights. David Letterman, a New Mexico judge, issued a restraining order against David Letterman because a woman filled out a form that said that his television programs were harassing her. The judge granted the restraining order because the form was filled out properly, with no consideration to the veracity of the claims. This type of judicial oversight is practiced in many states and frequently results in innocent men losing all or most of their meaningful involvement in their children's lives. First, is it acceptable to you that restraining orders are granted in this manner? And second, if this is unacceptable to you, will you pledge to veto further reauthorization of the Violence Against Women Act and similar domestic violence legislation without provisions to prevent the issuance of restraining orders based on false claims?
I'm not familiar with the act. I can tell you that we as a society have a great deal of concern about violence against women, children, and all adults. I can also tell you that there is within our judicial system from time to time a judge which does something which does not make any sense at all. And we've seen that in my own state. And when circumstances of that nature occur, we hope to replace that judge. And if we can't replace them, ask them to resign. When I ran for office, I fought for a provision which ultimately was not successful. We fought for a provision that would say that we would review our judges on a regular basis. In some states, they elect their judges in part to make sure that judges do follow what is correct. And if it states there are provisions in law that don't make a lot of sense, then states can change those. In my state, I do not recall a circumstance, and I'm looking here at my colleagues, where a law of this kind interfered with the rights of a parent in a way that seemed like it was out of keeping. But if you're familiar with such, let us know. Typically, matters of this nature are managed at the state level, not the federal level, and therefore state by state have to take action, which recognizes the needs and the rights of men and women. But of course, the interest of the child is going to come first. And my view is that a court is wise to always put the interest of the child first. Sometimes that means a great inconvenience to a parent that may be falsely accused. I would like us to be more aggressive and vigilant going after people who frivolously bring actions against one another where they know it's falsely provided. But at the same time, if I'm going to err, I'm going to err on the side of protecting the child.